Alright, everybody, because there are occasionally swarms of earthquakes in Yellowstone National Park and have been for a long time, people are now trying to clickbait and fearmonger others into thinking she's gonna blow, it's the end of the world, sort of like the Mayan calendar, or the Georgia Guidestones, or Nibiru. Any of these other predictions didn't pan out. Some people are predicting, like, I think October or something like that, or August, as the next, that's the next end times prediction, so I should lump this in with the last one, which was also funny. That was the Georgia Guidestones, and before that Nibiru, and before that the Mayan calendar, and before that Y2K. And because lunatics can use the internet and also have free speech rights, we get a lot of dross with the actual reality of things that happen in the world. So let me take you through and talk about the reality of Yellowstone. Number one, Yellowstone will eventually erupt again. That's true. Unless it goes dead, I don't see any way it could suddenly slip into permanent dormancy. So, yeah, we'll blow its top at some point. Is it overdue? Possibly. The date range is given for its last eruptions, and it's not a very large sample. I think it's 5 total. Are all over the place enough so that we could be overdue or underdue. It could be tomorrow or it could be 100,000 years from now. But number 3, the idea that quake swarms in Yellowstone are highly abnormal and thus she's going to blow fairly soon, that remains to be seen. You see, they happen all the time, and they have been happening. And if you monitor USGS's Quake Watch, as I have for years now, you'll know that they're fairly normal. Now, the idea that suddenly this particular quake swarm is unique just doesn't fit reality. I'd also like to point something else out. With regards to Yellowstone, there are 2 types of eruptions that this particular caldera can trigger. One is a steam event, and the other is the more cataclysmic true supervolcanic eruption. A true supervolcanic eruption, if it happened at Yellowstone, would leave a crater 100 miles wide and destroy everything 1,000 miles downwind. Everything within several hundred miles would be blanketed with hot ash, many feet deep. It would kill everybody in that region. Even if they had a bunker, they'd get so clogged up with these fine ash particulates, the filters would fail and they'd suffocate. They wouldn't be able to get out, even with an explosive hatch. There'd be too much ash on top of them. They'd be fucking doomed. They'd cook alive in the ground. It'd be so hot. Downwind, some degree, if you have like breathing problems or order breaks down, you could die from that. But with a standard gas mask, you could survive the lesser amount of ash. Further downwind, it would be a fine coating of ash. It would be like what we got basically when Mount St. Helens went off or something. We had some Canadian wildfires years ago, and the sky was a weird yellow color, and there was this ash coating everything because of all the smoke drifting down right into the area I was in at the time. And people would cough, and they had like asthma problems and stuff, and there was ash all over everything. It looked like a really heavy dose of pollen, basically, this volcanic ash, only it was whiter in color. And it wasn't the end of the world. It didn't cause anybody to die. Maybe some ER visits for heavy asthma symptoms or lung problems. But largely things, continued on as normal. If Yellowstone were to release a cataclysmic eruption, it would not be the end of mankind. It would certainly screw up U.S. agriculture. We wouldn't be starving, but all the countries that we ship free grain to keep them afloat, yeah, they'd starve. They'd be fucked. It would cause 100 million deaths from famine probably in Africa alone. It would also destroy the corn belt for a very long time. It would certainly cause temperature swings in the world. But it would not end all of mankind or anything like that. The smaller magnitude of eruption, the steam events, would destroy much of the local area. It would certainly deface all of Yellowstone, leave a crater several miles wide, but it wouldn't even be like a nation-ending event. People this far east wouldn't even notice anything had happened. It might cause a large earthquake when it blows. Other than that, it wouldn't do much. It'd be sort of like New Madrid, the baby mode or something like that. And either of these could happen at any time, yes, but at any given moment in time, is it likely? No. Anyone claiming some foreknowledge that Yellowstone is going to blow its top in the next couple of months is straight up lying to you. If it did, it'd be by coincidence that they were right. But I'm going to just say, no, you're wrong. It's not going to blow its top. Wait another few hundred or thousand years, you may get your chance. But no, it's not likely. Okay, there's a 0.0001% chance it blows this year. Okay. I'm not going to gamble away my life savings on such odds. So people need to stop with the clickbait worship. A lot of times people, they want to get like their adrenaline up or something like that, so they fixate on these weird articles to say, oh, Nibiru's coming, it's going to smash into Earth. Or, the reptilians are coming, something like that. And it never actually happens now, does it? That's a lot of failed predictions. True, you only need one end times prediction to be true for it to destroy all of mankind. But with Yellowstone, we're not even looking at the end times, we're simply looking at a major catastrophe. One that would certainly transform the way the world works for a significant period of time, but in the long run would not destroy all of mankind. I think the bigger problem if Yellowstone erupts is it would screw with our nuclear deterrent or something like that, honestly. Since aren't a lot of those nuke silos in that region? Well, yeah, they'd probably be fucked too. Some of them might accidentally blow up in their in their bunkers because of the shaking alone, but it's not likely to happen. I'd be more worried about a major quake right now in Oklahoma, honestly, as the result of all those fracking quakes that are still there. It's still the most seismically active part of the United States. Middle of Oklahoma. You used to have maybe one quake every couple years that was of any significance. Now it's, several quakes a week that are above 3.0 at least. Not normal for Oklahoma. Quake swarm of 1.0, 2.0 quakes in Yellowstone, that is normal. It's not outside of the normal realm of behavior of that particular system. That's about all. Peace out.